About a year ago, I decided to switch business models going from social media marketing to AI automation. And in this video, guys, I want to share with you what has happened so far, how this decision has changed my life, some of the lessons that I've learned along the way, and also the mistakes that I've made so that you don't have to. Now, the video will look something like this, where first of all, I walk you through a little background story about myself, because I believe that sharing information and context about what I've done in the past will give you a clear idea of why I failed or succeeded in certain areas. The second is my journey in the AI space thus far. So how it started, how it was or looked like in the middle, and how it's going so far. And valuable lessons I've learned along the way, and also how I closed my first ever 5K AI deal. Now, my goal from this video is that by the end of it, you'd have a clear idea of what a life of an AI entrepreneur kind of looks like, at least mine, and learn from my experiences. Now, why am I sharing this? Well, in the beginning of my journey towards self-mastery, I'd been searching online for someone whom I could learn from. But I couldn't find someone who's documenting the same exact journey that I'm onto. And also, I enjoy the process of documenting and sharing the valuable lessons that I learn. So when I got the chance, I decided to start this YouTube channel so I can document my journey from zero to hopefully hero. So this is my first video, and I uploaded it on February 5th, 2023. Now, who am I? My name is Liam. I'm 19 years old. I was born in Pennsylvania, US, and 4 years later, my family and I moved to Lebanon, which is where I'm currently based in. My education, like most of you, I graduated high school, but with an exception being dropping out of university after 1 year of going there. Now, I made a full video explaining why I took this decision, which you can watch after this video. Now, during my first year in uni, I started my first Instagram page as a side hustle. You can check it out. It's called Money Royalty. And after 2 months of consistent posting and kind of hacking the IG algorithm on there, I went from 101 or even 0 followers, it's when I started, all the way to almost 89K followers, within 2 months. Now, it was all organic followers, no paid or fake ones. And you can check out the stats on Social Blade. And I also made a full YouTube video, like walking you through how I've done it. And after this massive growth, I started getting messages from people wanting to learn how I've achieved it. So I built a program and started teaching them how they can grow their page and monetize it too. And in summary, Instagram was my first ever business that lasted months and generated me actual money. So I'm showing you this to give you an idea that, AI wasn't my first business venture. During early 2023, I had also started my YouTube channel. And after finishing my first year in university, I used all my available time to build myself and my Instagram business. But as time went on, I realized that I'm not enjoying the process of building this business, and I continuously had the desire to automate it. So in June 24, 2023, I stumbled across this video on YouTube, and without questioning whether or not I should watch it, I clicked and watched it. It was by Liam Evans explaining, the transition from SMMA to AI, and I was interested in this kind of idea, right? Now, before watching this video, I had been using ChatGPT and I saw it as a very powerful tool, but I did not know how to utilize its power. Now, after watching this video, I instantly knew this was a great opportunity for me to utilize AI to automate my Instagram business. So I instantly messaged my friend Johnny, who has been running a very successful YouTube channel about AI and content automation. And you can see the conversation on the right. We were trading ideas and discussing how AI and content and all this will be the future of how social media works and stuff like that. So we were very pumped and excited to get into the space. And since then, I started researching more about this AI agency idea and also stumbled across Liam Otley. I started learning more about AI through his videos and implementing the systems he taught in his tutorials. And my first AI build was an AI chatbot that was trained on my Instagram programs material. And it would answer any questions my students had about Instagram growth or monetization with detailed responses. And by the way, at the time, GPTs didn't exist, so you had to kind of build your chatbot and integrate the knowledge base and stuff like that all manually. And you can see the logo of my page with AI with it. And here is, the chatbot answering some questions based on the knowledge base. And I also did some instructions for my students on how to use it and a YouTube tutorial on how I built this kind of AI customer support assistant, chatbot, whatever you call it, whatever you want. And my first mistake here was after building this very basic AI chatbot, I assumed this would be life-changing for other coaches and business owners. Uh, so I thought to myself, let me start selling it and I can become a millionaire by doing so. Now, what happened afterwards? Well, with this strategy, I did get my first 4 free clients for my business, but after I built them their own AI assistant slash chatbot for free, they barely used it because it wasn't that useful on its own. They didn't see the value in it. It hallucinated a lot and it did not give them a direct ROI on their time nor money. So the lessons I learned from this kind of venture was, first of all, if the offer contains the word AI does not mean it is already valuable. And you see, like when AI was really trending, people were going left and right and saying that, yeah, like you can sell AI chatbots and AI this and that, and you can sell it for thousands of dollars because it will make businesses money and whatever. But AI in it of itself is a technology and it is commoditized. But what creates a really valuable system is having AI like replace an actual job. Now we'll get into that more in depth. The second kind of lesson is a great offer should solve an actual problem and therefore give a tangible ROI, whether it's in the form of more time, more money, better reputation, and the list can go on, right? The third lesson is client feedback is key. And having a feedback loop is one of the best ways to improve on something. So, for example, you sell a product, you get client feedback on how to improve the product, you improve it, and then you sell it again. And the more clients you sell this to, the more feedback you get, the more you can improve the product, and the cycle and the loop continues looping around, and this is how your business becomes better. You drive more cash flow gives you more leverage gives you a better business and a better offer so far, and the better offer gives you more clients, and the loop continues, right? So you can see the logic that's happening here. Now, the fourth is assumptions are made and most assumptions are wrong. A great quote by Albert Einstein, and it's true because we humans, we're very biased and we base our decisions based on a very limited set of beliefs that we already have. So in this case, I assumed this would be life-changing for coaches and business owners. Now, what to do instead of making assumptions? Well, always try to get as close as possible to the truth by gathering data and insights through, podcasts, consultations, books, courses, case studies. There are a million ways to get more actual information. And also, exercise critical thinking. There's this great video done by Charlie Morgan. I watched it, took a lot of notes on it, in which he explains how you can use your mind to critically think and get as close as possible to the truth. Because, we live in a world where it's very easy to spread lies across the internet, and most of the people live, sad lives and lives that are kind of terrible because they do not know the truth, because they don't exercise enough critical thinking. So the fifth lesson is great things take time and focus to build. You can decide to be good at everything, or you can decide to be the best at one thing. And in this video that I showed you earlier, I talked about this concept, where You can listen to this audio. And on my vision as well. What I expect or what I'm planning to do is first of all focus on one service, on one automation service, make it the best in the market. And once it's the best and once I have a lot of sales with it, then we can expand, so expand. So here I already had an idea of, what it takes to build something exceptional. And it's just to focus on this one thing and make it the best. Also, from July to December 2023, this was one of the toughest periods in my life and in my whole career. I had a lot of emotional fluctuations and anxiety that mainly came from uncertainty and not knowing if the cash that I had saved from my previous business would be enough for me to continue building my AI business. And I shared this in this video, and also shared like a solution or a way to get rid of this anxiety and just get back on path and work again, right? Because it's a very common problem that I see a lot of business owners facing, is having anxiety, and mainly because also of uh, not enough cash flow that will allow them to survive and sustain their business. At the time, I was also trying different outreach methods, different business strategies, different builds, and even different content strategies. And I had invested in the AAA Accelerator. Now, if you don't know about it, it's an accelerator program for entrepreneurs wanting to learn how to build and sell AI products. And AAA stands for AI Automation Agencies. Now, this was one of the best investments I've ever made. And by the way, this is not an advertisement or anything like that. It's maybe the best program I know on the market that teaches about AI and how to sell actual AI products. So if you're interested in it, it's a great place to invest. Now, most of my AI development skills and foundation came from joining almost all of the 70 workshops done in the accelerator and learning from them by implementing the knowledge that I gained. You can see like this whole notepad, all of them, their toggle list, when you click on them, boom, like a ton of information appear that I took from the workshops that I've learned. And you can see like all the topics, just absorb them and use them to build the rest of my AI products. And if I didn't have a question during my community or coaching calls, I would come up with one just to ensure my presence and commitment in the community, and try to get personalized advice I could use later on. You can see all the coaches in the community, answering my questions and going back and forth. Now, although it was a tough period, I also learned a ton of new things. And one of them is investing in programs and communities is worth every single penny, because you're surrounded by like-minded individuals. You gain up-to-date knowledge, as in data and insights. You get personalized support, and you cut through the learning curve. The second is I grew my skill set in AI development. I learned how to use no to local tools, connect APIs, utilize different LLMs. I can go on and on, but there are a ton of stuff that I learned that if I was trying to learn alone, I would be lost, because I don't have the right roadmap to kind of guide me through what to learn and what to avoid learning, because there is a ton of stuff out there on the internet, and you need to know like what to learn and what will give you the best ROI in the time that you put in, so that you can cut through the learning curve and just get what you want as fast as possible. Third is I learned a lot about outreach in general. So which outreach channels to use and for what, which market to target and how to track KPIs, how to analyze data and iterate, etc. Fourth is I found more purpose in what I'm doing. Back when I was growing my Instagram business, I didn't feel fulfilled. But when I started building AI systems, I felt like I could have fun doing it all day long. And I learned an important lesson as well, which is you can have all the money or status in the world, but if you don't find meaning, fulfillment, and joy in what you're doing, then what's the point? The fifth is I learned the importance of knowing when to pivot and what to focus on. So what to focus on is one product, one offer, and one niche. This is what I learned, because when you have a productized offer that you can sell to this one niche, first of all, you become the expert in this niche, and you also like have a easier time to install your product or your software into the clients' businesses and move on to install it to more people. So the cost of replication is way less versus trying to have a ton of offers that are general and not very specialized and not proven to even work, right? And this goes back to the idea about you can either like build a lot of houses that are average, or you can focus on building this one skyscraper, let's say Burj Khalifa, that becomes one of the best in the world, right? And at the beginning of my AI, of my journey in AI, I hopped a lot from one thing to another, and it was because I was learning this new business model, and because I was learning, I was not earning. And when I felt confident in my skill set and general knowledge about the market, I decided to stop everything I was doing and focus on building this one product, one offer, and one niche. And the one product is the AI DM setter. Now, what it does? Well, it does the messaging on my behalf with the goal of booking a video call with a potential student. Now, why this product? Well, I got the inspiration to build it from, first of all, my previous pain in spending 3 to 4 hours a day sending the same messages to leads whom I want to offer my Instagram program to. I spent this time doing this repetitive task over and over again. It was very important to the business so I can get leads and close them for my program and make money. And I can tell you that also the experience of talking to people who think they know everything when they know nothing, and they just think that they can do all of this on their own, is not something that you enjoy. So most of your time in appointment setting, you feel like you're repeating yourself, and the people you're speaking with are hard to deal with. So that's why also a lot of human appointment setters don't do this job and enjoy it. And that's, one of the main reasons. And the other is seeing others in the AI community focus on building the solution. Now, these two reasons alone gave me enough evidence to start building this AI solution. And as I started building the solution, I got a surprise. Now, if we click to check what the surprise is, boom, it's my first opportunity in AI. I got a referral who needed a custom AI service for his coaching and slash mentorship project. And he basically wanted to replicate a video which I'll show you. So basically this referral came from the chief operating officer at Morningside AI, who's Josh Brown. And you can see on the top left, it's the code that the AI community and Alex Hormozy have done because of the $100 million leads event. And also Josh referred Chris to me, and Chris wanted to build, an AI life coach that was specialized in marriage and helping men overcome their, marriage problems. Now, there's this quote, which is luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity, said by Seneca, who's a G. And I love this because at this time, like the opportunity met preparation that I've done in the past. And so because I had prepared myself, right, by previously building AI systems, I got lucky. And boom, I got my first win. It was $510 the first payment. And I also shared, this win on my YouTube channel, going more in depth on it. You can watch it if you want. And it was a perfectly timed $600 in total win, because when I started building my product, I barely had the capital to pay for all the expenses needed to build it. And what I delivered is an AI marriage expert, right? And this was like the back end. You can check it out. And again, if you want to watch the full video, you can watch it on my channel. Now, right after my first win, boom, came the second win. The client was my Instagram business mentor. And I basically built some automations for him, including Slack and Go High Level, Zapier, and new KPI sheets design. And it took me around a week to finish those. And, the $550 was a great bonus or a reward for the work that I've done. Now, after 5 months of hard work, I got these two wins in the same month. And this is to tell you this great example of the quote, when it rains, it pours. It happens where you'd be building the whole time, you'd be preparing yourself, and then the opportunity comes, and if you're ready, you get it. In early 2024, after all what happened before happened, right? While building the AI DM setter, I chose to do outreach to online fitness coaches and discover more problems that I can solve for them using AI. And I did a total of almost 600 outreaches, but got zero booked calls. Now, it turns out it wasn't a good strategy because, first of all of the coaches didn't have an idea of what AI really is. I didn't communicate my ideas clearly. I didn't have a clear offer. And online fitness coaches and kind of coaches in general get hammered with outreach messages every single day. So I didn't have anything unique that separated me from the guys who are out there offering their services to those coaches and me doing the same thing. The only difference is I had the word AI and it really did no difference. In fact, it kind of confused them more. Yeah, because they don't really understand what or how powerful AI is. Now, luckily, I had an interesting conversation with one of the coaches whom I reached out to. And I also built him an AI system that qualifies his followers so he could reach out to them and offer his coaching program. And what happened next is to be discussed later in the video. After this failed attempt, I decided it's time to finally eliminate all distractions and just focus on building my AI DM setter. So from February till April, I was fully focused on building this AI DM setter and testing it. And you can see like all of the notes and the stuff that I wrote while building it out, to architect it and know what to build and what steps. On April 2024, after building the MVP of the AI setter, I decided to launch it in my previous business, which my business partner was taking care of. He already had appointment setters who worked really well, and we decided to teach them how to use the software to make their lives easier. Now, it all began on April 12th, and we made a Telegram group and we began. So those were the results when we started. We had $0 generated, of course. The AI setter that can handle a few messages, it couldn't handle all of them. An average of 10% reply rate and poor booked calls. So this was our performance in the Instagram coaching business. And we were worried that this system won't work and I'd have to spend all this time building for nothing. But we kept going, and giving up was not in our dictionary. So 1 month later, the vision started manifesting. With the perseverance, we got our first book call, and 1 week after we got it, we started getting consistent booked calls. And we even had leads who thought they were speaking to me compliment me for taking the time to listen to what they have to say and help them. And you can see like they genuinely shared those messages to AI, not me, but they thought that they were speaking with me. But you can see here how amazing AI is. So seeing these compliments was one of the best things to happen to me because it gave me more confirmation that the system I was building was actually doing good to the world. Because it's really sad to see that a lot of appointment setters, they're doing the job, they're learning the skill, but they're not doing it from their heart, and they're not giving the leads enough time to express their emotions and stuff like that. And mainly it's because it's a very boring and repetitive job, as I said. And appointment setting is very also important to businesses because businesses need to be able to connect emotionally with their leads and get them to hop on a call where they can offer them a solution to them. So this system helped in this process. It gave more importance to the lead who was coming in, and it gives businesses more leverage to use and therefore to get more leads in the door and help more people achieve their goals. Now, let's say we offer the Instagram coaching program. We are helping more people grow and monetize their Instagram pages and leverage what's called social media so that they can, build their businesses and skills that can serve them better in the future. So going back, it all began on April 12, where we generated no results. And 1 month and a half later, we closed 3 consecutive deals in within 2 days. We generated 2.4K in revenue, right? And the AI setter could handle hundreds of messages. The average reply rate was 50%, and we got better quality booked calls. And I also shared when this happened, it was my first day making like 1K in a day in pure profits after splitting the profits with the team and my business partner. It was a great win, to be honest, and totally amazing. And within 100 days of launching it, so we launched it on April 12, and this day of recording is July 21. So we had totaled 397 booked calls with this AI co-setter system and only one appointment setter, and also gained like 11K in total revenue from our coaching business while using this AI co-setter. Now, another win, boom, another big win was my first 5K deal. And it was with the coach for whom I had previously built a lead qualification system, which I shared with you a few minutes ago. And we stayed in contact while I developed the AI DM setter. And once it was complete and the foundation was built, I pitched it to him. And seeing its potential, he decided to invest. Now, guys, all this to say, more is yet to come. I believe that the longer you stick to one thing and enjoy the process of building it, the higher your chances of winning the game become. Also, have a vision. Like my vision for my AI business is to create a grand ecosystem of AI tools and employees to handle repetitive tasks that are very important to businesses, freeing up those businesses times to focus on innovation and more productive activities. And I understand this need firsthand because having spent 3 to 4 hours daily on repetitive tasks and wishing for more engaging and productive work was something I experienced. So, ladies and gents, hope this video and the lessons, the experiences, and the whole story was useful to you. My goal was to share as much information as possible to give you a clearer idea of how much time, how much effort, how much failure I had to go through to reach this phase where I'm building a infrastructure that can be sold for thousands of dollars for each single client. And really, this is only the beginning. The AI space is about to take off very soon, and people need more awareness about its powers. But in the meantime, I believe that building the foundations and building an AI solution, okay, just make it the best and make sure that it's solving an actual problems for businesses and making them either more money, more time, and as we talked about, a better reputation or whatever ROI they can get. Make sure there is an actual ROI, and based on this, you will have massive success in selling it to businesses and succeed in business overall. So this is what I've done so far, and the future again is very bright. So if you started building your AI business, cheers to you. Keep going, stick to it. It will take time. If you haven't started yet and you're still discovering about it, then also it's an amazing place to get into. But always remember that there will be good times and there will be hard times, and nothing is perfect. So once you decide to stick with AI and knowing that you enjoy it and it's something that you have a vision for, just stick to it, stay consistent, and soon enough you will find results. All what's left for me to say to you is take care of yourself, take risks, and I'll see you in the next one.